Good morning. I look like a hot mess this morning, so please ignore that, but I have just got out of bed and I figured I would vlog today. Literally no reason in particular. I'm not doing anything interesting, but I just fancied it. So it is a Sunday. It is around, I think, like maybe 9:30ish, 10ish. I always wake up super late on the weekends. I'm gonna be honest, it was gonna be a more interesting day than it is now gonna be. I had planned to get up early and go to a coffee shop that's like maybe a 40-minute walk away, and they do vegan coffee and pastries and things, and I've been meaning to go there for so long and I keep putting it off. It's all like social distancing and it's just takeaway and things like that, but I thought today was gonna be the day that I treated myself to it. But I've woken up with such bad hay fever and I just don't think going out is going to be a wise idea. I feel like I'm going to stay in all of today, even though it looks so nice outside. But the insides of my ears are so itchy, my throat is itchy, I've sneezed like 50 times this morning and it is so annoying. I also feel really exhausted, which I think is another symptom I get when I have hay fever. So just not feeling it. Gonna have breakfast at home instead. Think I'm gonna make pancakes or something along those sorts of lines to like treat myself, make myself feel a little bit better. And then other than that, I'm not sure what I have planned for today. Gonna be changing my nose piercing, which I'll talk about in a little bit when I actually get around to doing that. And I want to have like a productive day because yesterday was a little bit of a write-off. But other than that, I'm not really sure what I will be doing. For now, I'm going to start making breakfast because I think it's like 9:30 at 10 and I am so hungry. I've decided to go for a 3-ingredient vegan banana pancake recipe. Definitely tried something along this sort of lines before. I feel like I even have a video on my channel from way back, which is very similar to this. But it has been a long while, and I remember from previous times trying this, it either goes really well or it's a bit of a flop. I know I've definitely had some pancakes in the past where they don't cook all the way through and they're just like a banana-y oat mess. So fingers crossed this goes well today because this is exactly what I'm in the mood for. This is the final pancake result. Don't want to speak too soon, but I feel like they look pretty good. I think the secret to cooking them is to cook them on a super low temperature and then just cook them for a while. Otherwise the outside seems to cook really quickly and the inside is just like a weird banana baby food mush. So this is what they look like. I've topped it with the other half of the banana, some frozen berries that I defrosted in the microwave, some cashew nut butter and also some maple syrup. The time has finally come to change my nose piercing, and I feel like eating breakfast and then doing this wasn't a wise idea because I literally feel like I'm about to throw up. I am so nervous. I got my nose pierced I think around 14 months ago now, maybe 15 months. It was like mid-March that I got it pierced. And I got it pierced with a ring, which if you don't know, if you don't have piercings or you don't have your nose pierced, it is not recommended to get your nose pierced with a ring. I didn't listen, got my nose pierced with a ring. Wasn't a wise idea because it means that it's still not healed. And I think normally nose piercings take maybe between like 3 to 6 months. It can depend, although they say like up to a year. Mine's been over a year. I'm still having issues. I'm still getting like bumps and it's just not healing and it just being a bit gross, and I'm so done with it. So I have decided to change it to a stud just to let it heal, and then I will be swapping it back to a ring. But I'm so scared for so many reasons. One, I really didn't want a stud, hence why I made the stupid decision to get a ring in the first place. Like, it wasn't taken lightly. I thought about it for so long, whether I just get the stud, deal with the fact that I don't want the stud and then swap it to a ring. But I was like, I just can't deal with having a stud. Yeah, here we are. Gonna have a stud, so gonna have to get over that one. I'm also so scared just to do the process in general of taking it out and then putting something back in, the ring, I feel like you can even tell in my voice how nervous I am. The ring that I've got in my nose at the moment is one of the ones where it's closed with a ball, and I've watched a few videos of people taking it out and it seems to be a right faff. I've seen people use pliers, etc., and I'm literally terrified. I'm currently disinfecting a pair of nail scissors, which I think I'm gonna have to use to try and like ply open the ring to pop the ball off. That's what I'm hoping is going to work. I feel like it might be a struggle. Ideally, I would go to a piercing place to do this. This was my plan. I'd actually decided back in March that that's what I was going to do. I was going to go to a piercing place, get them to swap it to a stud, and then I could just chill with a stud for a few months and then swap it back to a ring once it had healed. But then obviously lockdown happened and it's not looking likely that I'm going to be able to go to a piercing place anytime soon. And I feel like now is the best time to have a stud in, because if I really hate how I look with it, at least I'm not seeing anyone. So that is why I've decided to do it myself. I really don't want to. I would much rather go to a proper place to do it, but I have been messaging a piercing place near me and they've given me lots of help and advice and they've been really useful. I also ordered my nose stud from them and they've given me instructions, they've given me gloves to wear, so I feel as prepared to do this as I possibly could be, but I'm also just still terrified. So I think my plan is to jump in the shower. I don't know why I'm doing that before changing it, but I feel like in my head it will like soften my face up. This could be literally just like completely not right at all, but I feel like it will like soften things up a bit and I'll be able to maneuver the piercing a little bit easier. I don't know, either way I need a shower this morning, so I'm gonna jump in the shower now, and then when I get out I will start the whole swapping the piercing over scenario. So this is what my stud looks like before I attempt to put it in my nose. I have gone for a titanium threadless labrae stud. I think that's how you say it. Honestly, I didn't know any of this piercing lingo up until a few days ago when I started researching it all. But it basically means that you put it in from the inside and then you attach like the little stud part on top. It's meant to be good for healing piercings, I've read, because it doesn't move around a lot in the nose, so that is why I have gone for that. I've actually got two different like top options, so they're both little tiny silver balls, but this one is a little bit smaller. I have been recommended by the piercer that I was chatting to on Instagram to use the bigger one at first, just because the actual thickness of this stud is thinner than the one that I've currently got in my nose, which means the ball could kind of like go through that hole, if that makes sense, because the hole will be the same size as the small ball. So gonna go for the bigger ball to start with, and then once the hole is like healed I can swap it over to the smaller one if I want. The piercer also very kindly gave me a taper, which I've read can help put these things in because they can be a little bit awkward. I've seen online people use this to put like through the outside of the nose, and then they attach this little back part and then they kind of feed it through. But on this little like note that she sent me, she's recommended me just to put this bit through the inside of my nose, so we'll see if that makes it any easier. But yeah, this is what the studs look like, and now I'm going to attempt to somehow get them in my nose. I'm hoping you guys are going to be able to see okay. I'm going to be facing this way because my mirror is this way. I've got some gloves to put on, which are proving pretty difficult. I mean, this should be the easiest step and I'm already struggling. Wow. I have already cleaned the new stud and the taper and the scissors I'm going to be using. I have sprayed them with like a saline solution, so I'm hoping that that is fine. I think my saline solution is running out, which could be an issue, so hopefully I don't need it too many more times during this process. Oh, I literally feel so sick. Oh my goodness, I could vomit. I feel like my hand's going to be really shaky as well because I'm so nervous and everything is so small, I feel like. Okay, so the first step is actually removing the current ring. As you can see, I've spun it around, which is why it looks a little bit weird, but I need to open up the ring so that the ball comes off and then I can take the ring out, hopefully. Oh my god, this is hard. Okay, literally no movement so far from the ball. Trying to remain calm. I literally don't know what to do. I can't get it off. I don't know what plan B is if I can't get this off. I might be completely stuck. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ball is off. Now I think I need to like open the ring a little bit wider just so it can come off. God, I feel like it feels like it should be over and it's literally only just starting. The ring is definitely not as stretchy as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be way easier to move. I just don't know how to get the ring any wider. Oh my god. Okay, the ring is out. The ring is out. Okay, so now I have to thread this through the inside. I've just accidentally re-pierced my nose. Okay, so I know that the hole is still there, but I need to get this needle in through the inside, which isn't ideal, especially now that it's bleeding on the top, which is just stressing me out. Okay, so I've managed to get the back of the piercing in. Now it's literally a case of removing this bit and then adding the ball, which I'd love to think was going to be the easy part, but again, don't think it is going to be. So I'm going to wash my hands again and then try and do that. If that is it done, then I feel like adding that ball bit was okay, but don't think it is done. I feel like it's not in properly, so I'm gonna have to try and squeeze it. That is literally the end of this spray. That was literally the perfect amount. I've got another spray as well that I can use, which might help, but I think that might be the piercing in. I am gonna go cool down and I'll speak to you guys in a bit. It has been, I wanna say maybe 2 hours since that whole piercing drama. I literally left the bathroom as soon as that piercing was in, came in here, had some chocolate because I felt like my blood sugar levels had just dropped, and then I've just been chilling because that was quite the traumatizing experience, to be honest. I know going into it I knew it was going to be bad, but it was bad. I think if any of you guys are thinking about changing your own piercings, I would just wait until you can go to an actual piercer to do it, because I think that would have been a whole lot easier and a whole lot quicker. I think in total that maybe took me about half an hour, so could have been worse, but I was just so panicked once the ring was out that the hole was going to close up, because I know that piercings can do that really quickly when it's nose piercings, so that was stressful. Removing the ring was stressful. Removing the ball on the ring was stressful, then removing the ring itself was stressful. I literally could not thread the needle through on the inside. I don't know how people do that. If you are planning on doing that yourself and you've got the same sort of stud that I have, I really recommend getting a taper and doing it the second way that I did it, where I put it through the top and then attached the bottom and pushed it up. That was so much easier, because once I had tried a few times from the inside and then accidentally re-pierced my nose from the outside and it was bleeding and I was stressed, every time I then tried to put it in through the inside, it was just coming out of that second hole that I just pierced, so I physically couldn't find the right hole, and being able to do it from the outside just helped significantly. So very grateful for the piercer sending me that taper, because I would have been absolutely screwed if I didn't have that. I have no idea how I would have got that in my nose without the taper, and putting the actual thing at the top was fine at the end. Like, that was the easiest part of the process by far. I'm just happy it's now in my nose. I mean, it's still very red and swollen and gross looking, and there's still an ugly bump, but I'm just praying now that I've got this stud in, it's going to heal better. I mean, I don't really hate my face with it in. I definitely prefer it with a ring, but I can cope with looking like this for the next few months as long as this helps my piercing to heal. So please send positive piercing vibes over to me, because if I've gone through all of this for it to still not heal, I am actually gonna cry. But I am now eating lunch. I've put myself together like a little snacky plate of bits and bobs, and I'm gonna eat this and then crack on with some productive things that I wanted to get sorted today. I did plan on filming like a sit down chatty catch up video, but I really don't want to put makeup on because I don't want to risk anything getting near the piercing, and taking off the makeup, things could get in. Just don't want to deal with that today, so not going to bother filming that. It seems weird that I wouldn't just film it without makeup when I'm filming this vlog without makeup, but would rather have something on my skin when it's looking like this. It has not been kind to me, but I'm sure having a makeupless day today will help it out a little bit, so not going to bother filming that video. I'm just going to get stuff done around the flat instead. And I've also got a video that I need to edit and upload, so I will crack on with that as well after lunch. I am definitely in need of some caffeine this afternoon. I feel like it reaches 4 PM and I just crash, so I've got myself an iced coffee. Literally all I've filmed today has been my food and changing my nose piercing, because that has pretty much been what my day has consisted of. I have just spent the last hour or so editing and uploading a video, which is now up, which is nice. Haven't done any of the cleaning I set out to do today. Have not been very productive at all. Haven't fixed my bed hair from this morning. Haven't put proper clothes on. But it's okay, it's a Sunday, so I feel like it's allowed. I'm now going to make myself some dinner. I'm just going to have a really simple pasta dish, which I think I might have actually shown in my last what I eat in a day video. Basically just pasta with tomatoes, garlic, oil, chilli, salt and pepper. I think I've been having this for maybe like 50% of my meals at the moment. It is so good, and it's like the only thing I feel like eating and cooking when it's so hot outside. The other 50% of my meals are like burgers, to try and trick myself into thinking I'm having a barbecue in the garden. Not really working, but I am a big fan of burgers, so that's okay. But today it's far too hot to put the oven on for that, so I'm just going to be making some pasta, and then I'm hoping after dinner I can have a productive couple of hours. I want to have like a little pamper sesh, so we'll try and like squeeze in some cleaning I think in between then, and then I'm going to have like a proper deep clean, bath, pamper sesh. So first up is dinner, then hopefully some cleaning, and then we'll see if I have time for a little bit of a pamper. It is now almost 11 o'clock and I am ready for bed. I am so happy that I managed to get some cleaning done this evening, which sounds pretty sad, but I hate starting the week knowing that my flat is a mess. Like waking up on a Monday and things just not being clean and tidy triggers me. So happy I did that. Cleaned my kitchen, did my living room, put clean sheets on, which feel so nice after my shower, cleaned my bathroom. Pretty much ticked off a lot of my to-do list, even though it was in like the last half an hour of my evening. So happy that that's all sorted. I feel like this vlog has still pretty much just been my nose piercing and food, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. My nose is still looking pretty red. It feels quite sore. It basically feels like how it felt when I first got it pierced, which isn't great. I have put some like anti-bac spray, that makes it sound like it's like some sort of cleaning, like kitchen spray or something, some piercing spray on it to try and help it heal. I messaged the piercer that I've been messaging before and she was like, it's fine, it's gonna hurt for a few days because you've been fiddling around with it. So fingers crossed, this is the start of it actually healing for good, and in a few months time I can swap this out for a ring and it is not going to cause me any issues, but we will see. For now it is still, yeah, still looking pretty sore, so I'm gonna go to sleep. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and I will see you in my next one. Bye.